This lesson is section 8.5 in our textbook. It is day 3 of our chapter 8 material. So if you recall, an explicit rule is a rule for a sequence where a sub n is a function of the term's position number n. But a recursive rule is a rule for a sequence where you relate each term to one or more preceding terms. All right, so in order to write a recursive rule, we need to write what the first term is and then a recursive equation for how to get to the next term. So our explicit rule for geometric sequences was a sub n equals a sub 1 times r raised to the n minus 1 power. If I'm going to write a recursive equation, I would include the first term, and then I would have a sub n equals r times a sub n minus 1. So really the only thing I would be plugging in here is the r. I would leave a sub n and I would leave a sub n minus 1. So if I want to write a recursive rule for this sequence, I would start by saying a sub 1 equals 16, and then I'm going to write a sub n equals r times a sub n minus 1. So I have to find r. So we know that r is found by taking a term and putting it over the one previous. So 40 over 16, or 100 over 40, or 250 over 100. That might be the easiest to reduce, right? Because it's 25 over 10, divided by 5, 5 over 2. So I put 5 over 2 here, and this is my recursive rule. All right, let's try another one. We know that a sub 1 is 48. And then I'm going to say a sub n equals, let's pick a nice one. Look, 3 over 6 is 1/2. So r is 1/2 times a sub n minus 1. All right, so this entire thing here is my recursive rule. So go ahead, try the next one. You could pause it and then check your answer. All right, go ahead, check your answer here. A sub 1 equals 2, and a sub n equals 7 times a sub n minus 1. So in this one, I'm given the explicit rule, and I want to write the recursive rule. So recall, if it's a sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1, that means a sub 1 is -3, and r is 4. So I could write a sub n equals 4 times a sub n minus 1. And there's my recursive rule there. All right, again, a sub 1 is 2. And then I have 1/2 as my r. And that's my recursive rule. So go ahead again, pause, and then you can check your answer. All right, so check that. A sub 1 equals 16, and a sub n equals 3 times a sub n minus 1. The last kind we'll look at is we're given the recursive rule, and we want to write the explicit rule. So looking at this, we already know a sub 1 is 10, and then this right here is our r. So we're going to have a sub n equals a sub 1, which is 10, times r raised to the n minus 1 power. Trying another one. We have a sub 1 is 5. So a sub n equals 5 times r is 6, 6 raised to the n minus 1. So you could try the last one, pause it here so you could check your answer. All right, check this answer. A sub n equals 2 times -6 raised to the n minus 1 power. And that is everything about recursive rules.